Hi, Jasmine.
Yes.
Hi, this is Sean from Smart Office Services. How are you?
I'm good, and you?
I'm doing well. How's your afternoon going so far?
Oh, I'm so ready to get out of here.
Are you?
Yes, ready to
Uh,
go home.
what?
Getting too close to the 3-day weekend.
That's right. It's eating at you, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Making you excited. So I'm gonna start by I'm gonna start by sharing my screen now. Hold just a moment.
Uh-huh.
And you should now be seeing the To Be Smarter Smart Office Services website.
Yep.
Okay, great. So the web address that you're going to come to here is www.tobesmarter.com.
Okay. Can I get you on hold for just a second, okay?
Take your time.
Okay, Sean?
I'm right here. I'm here.
Sorry about that.
No problem. So are you here at the home screen?
Home screen, yeah.
All right. So you'll see here that right away she says, hey, what do you want to do? And we have a couple different divisions of our company that if you want to review later, we can do that, which is office supplies. We have interior furniture and office furnishing. Drinking water, they're purified water drinking systems. And we also do printing and graphics like envelopes, business cards, and that kind of thing.
Okay, perfect.
Whenever you come here, the first thing you want to come to is customer login. And your username is always going to be your email address, which is all lowercase. And right now that's jajones@avesis.com. Your password currently is just the word Avesis, all lowercase. But when we log in just a few minutes, I'll show you how we can change that.
Okay.
Now, when you log in for the first time, it's going to ask you this question. It's going to say, Smart Office Services doesn't recognize your username. Please tell us where your company HQ is located. And because the Avesis headquarters is located in Owings Mills, Maryland, you're going to want to click the Maryland, Virginia, DC, or other. And that will then bring you to our storefront.
Perfect.
All right, so this is the home page of the storefront, and you'll see a couple things right off the bat is the ability to shop with some tabs like you've seen on different websites, an ability to search, which is like a Google search for looking for items. You'll also see something that we post here every month is our freebie list, and right now it's August freebies, and these are items that you get for free just by placing an order that meets a certain minimum. So for example, if you place an order that's at least $100, you can get free antibacterial soft soap, pastel sticky notes, and they get better as you place a higher order. Like if you order a 500 and up, you can get a big tub of pretzel rods, a surge protector, or a big tub of candy. And it's a lot of different...
That's where you might get all this from.
Yeah. Yeah, that's where she gets all this stuff from, and it's pretty cool because it's a free gift and it's a thank you for shopping, and it's nice because usually the boss doesn't let you buy candy on his card or with their account, so we like to give it to you for free, so as our token of saying thank you.
Okay.
All right, so what I always like to start with is now, Jasmine, do you happen to know if you need anything for your office today?
Let me think. Do we need? Nope, we just got in our package.
Well, great.
All of our stuff.
Well, great. There are actually three ways to shop, and Avesis has a special third way that I'll tell you about in just a moment. But the first two ways are this: if I wanted to look for a binder, I can come here to Office Supplies, or I would look under Paper. You have these tabs that you can look to find a product. So binders would be under Office Supplies, then Binder Accessories.
Mm-hmm.
Or we can come here and we can type in the word binder. And a lot of people like this red search bar because it's going to bring back all the results, just like a Google search. It's so popular.
Yeah.
And once you do that, let's say if I'm looking for a 2-inch round ring binder, once I type the word binder, I see that it gives me 3 categories: binders, index tabs and dividers, and report covers. Well, I'm going to come to binders and click there. And then I see it's giving me 1,200 items, which is a lot. And that's a lot to look through. And how do you know what to buy? Well, we have a saying that it's not what you pay, it's what you buy. There are a lot of brands that make binders. There's probably about 60. But there's only a few brands that are going to be able to save you money like we do with Avesis. And it's our cost containment strategy that if you buy the right item, That's how you're going to reduce your cost, not what you pay for an item. So for example, if you were to buy an Avery binder at $8 for that binder, that may be a great price, but if you had bought a Business Source binder, which is our private label that's made in the same factory as the Avery binder, it would only cost you $2. So it's not what you pay, it's what you buy. And that brings me to my next point. When you're looking for office products like this, you're going to want to keep some cost-effective brands in mind. For standard office supplies, such as binders, binder clips, paper clips, notepads, things of that nature, you're going to want to think of the brand name Business Source.
Okay.
For other standard office supplies, you're also going to want to think of a brand named Sparco. Sparco has a lot of the same type of products, but they can get into some more specialty items, such as if you had a desk organizer you needed, Business Source would have one in plastic, and Sparco would have one in plastic and would also have maybe a metal mesh version because it's a little fancier. But still would be the most cost-effective alternative if you need that metal mesh.
Okay.
For writing utensils, you're going to want to think of the brand name Integra. That covers pens, pencils, highlighters, and markers. And for anything you need for your break room, like paper towels, toilet paper, forks and knives, cups, things like that, you're going to think of a brand named Genuine Joe. These are all going to be the most cost-effective alternatives to any product that you need from Smart Office Services.
All right.
So once we're here and we're looking at these 1,200 binders, how do you know what to buy? Well, we have these filters on the left here that we can sort by price, by brand, and the first thing I always want to do is sort by brand. I want to see that Business Source brand because I know that's going to be my most cost-effective alternative. And right away I see, okay, the way we have our layout of items is you have the product SKU, a description of the product, and you have 3 links here where you can look for accessories for the item. So for example, you'll notice that on our website we don't have ads, we don't have buy this, buy that, we don't have people bought this, you might also like to buy this. We're a very focused environment. You want to come here to reduce your cost. We're not trying to get you to buy things. We don't need you to shop. We just need you to get what you need and move on with your day because office products is a pretty small amount of what you need to worry about. So you'll see with these 3 items, I found my 2-inch round ring binder. And I can look and see, okay, do I need any accessories for this? I can click and look at that and see if there's any other sizes I might want to look for. I can add to personal items, and adding to personal items, it creates you a favorites list. And you can add it with or without a group, so you can always stay organized. Or you can add a line note. And adding a line note is a note that carries all the way to the packing list, so when you open up that box that you get from us, you'll see that if we want to put for Jasmine, they'll know when they open this box that item BSN 09957 goes to Jasmine.
Okay.
So it's a nice way to stay organized for all the way through when you receive the product. So the rest of this next step to adding this to your cart is it just like if you've ever shopped online before. Let's say we need 100 of these binders. We're going to type in 100 into the quantity and hit add to cart. And you're going to get a quick note here that says successfully added this to your cart, and you can go there now with this link. Or if I scroll up here, this cart icon shows me my total, and I can click there and get to the cart also.
Okay.
Now the cart screen is also pretty cut and dry if you've ever done any kind of online shopping. You have 5 steps, which is to review the cart, shipping, payment, confirmation, and order submission. You do have a unique ability to save your cart and title it, so if you want to come back to it in the future, or if you ever want to place a reorder for this cart, for example, you're placing an order for the accounting department and they seem to be ordering the same thing every 2 weeks, you can save a cart so you can come in and reorder it again so you don't have to worry about rebuilding it each time.
Okay.
So you'll notice under the Order Manager tab, Save Cart says 1. And if you need to add another item and you happen to know the product SKU, you can type Quick Add Item and add that here. And that's free. Those freebie items that we mentioned at the beginning of this training session is now showing off to the left over here. You qualify for the free pastel sticky notes and you're $171 away from the next level. Well, as you're seeing here, you've spent $329. And you saw on that list that those animal crackers that you could get if you met the $300 minimum, that's not showing up here. Well, you get that by if you click the picture of the sticky notes, it brings up all the items available and you can select which one you want. So if you want to get the animal crackers for your office, that is now available to you.
Okay.
Whatever is showing in this box is what you will get as a freebie. You do not need to add it to your cart. You don't need to do anything else. As long as it's in this box, it will be added to your cart and it won't have a charge on it.
Oh, perfect.
Now, for example, this note section here. This is where if you wanted to tell us something about your order itself. So for example, coming up tomorrow, if you were to place an order, you might want to let us know that Avisa's office is going to be closed on Monday for Labor Day, hold for delivery until Tuesday.
Okay.
You could type that note here and we're going to see that when it comes to us and be able to make and be able to take action from what you requested.
That's it.
Okay?
Yep.
So there's a couple things that I want to talk to you about that are specific to Avisa's. Avisa's is part of a cost containment plan that we put for all of our national and favored nation clients. They are on three types of plans here, and they're part of a little bit of each one. Hard substitution is a plan where if you were to place an order for an item and the system has in place a list of a more cost-effective alternative, the system will automatically substitute that item for the more cost-effective item and let you know that it made that choice for you. And then it's a list that's been approved by the Avisa's corporate office and we change it every week for items that get removed and new items that get added. So for example, here's an item that's part of your list that you would not be able to buy. It is a 12-pack of AA batteries.
Okay.
If you clicked Add to Cart, you say, hey, you know what, we need a 12-pack of batteries, I want to buy that. If you click Add to Cart, you're going to see successfully added one EVE EN92 to your cart as a substitute for this SKU. This item has been automatically selected and substituted by Smart Office Services, but if we go to your cart, you'll see why we did this. The price of those 12-pack of batteries was $11.99. The price for this 24-pack of batteries is $10.59. So it's about $1.40 less, and you get twice the amount of batteries. So it's definitely a great deal, and it's still the Energizer brand. We keep our substitutes as close as we possibly can to the original item you're buying. We make sure that they do the same job, if not better, at a lower cost.
Okay.
All right, so the next thing I want to talk to you about is when you go to place this order, you have what's called levels of approval. When you place the order, this just doesn't go to us and then it gets shipped out. Orders will first go to Karen Stevenson, Casey Carmichael, or Cindy at the Avisa's office in Owings Mills for final approval. They just review the order to make sure you're not buying a digital camera or a television that you might need or something, and we'll call you about it if they have any problems. Once they approve it, it then comes to us. Please note that any order that's below a $45 minimum, we will call you about and try to get that up above that number. Our minimum order to get free shipping is $45.
Okay.
And also the shipping for for 25,000 different items for office products is next day. You get your order next day, and we have a warehouse right in Phoenix that delivers next day to your office. Now there are some items that we can't get you next day, like a big desk or something large item that will require freight or transportation, like a file cabinet, and we would then talk to you about that and arrange items to be picked up or be delivered. But for 25,000 office products to be delivered next day, it's a pretty great deal.
Yeah, it is.
Now the third thing I want to talk to you about is the preferred way that Avisa's likes for you to order items. And that is by coming to the Personal Items tab here. Let me give you a quick overview. Contract items are items that Avisa's gets a special price on with us that no one else would get if they weren't part of your account. Personal items are items that have been chosen to be favorites by the Avisa's company that they buy frequently. Let's click on personal items and we'll take a look here. Right now, if you look at List Manager, it shows that you have no personal items available to you. But that's because your list is empty. You'll see that there's a drop-down menu here with a bunch of different names for users that are part of the Avisis company. You are going to want to select this drop-down and come to Karen Stevenson. Karen Stevenson holds the master list of all items that you want to look at that are the most cost-effective alternatives that they have approved that are their favorites that they like to use. They suggest that if you cannot find it in this list, you contact either myself or you contact Karen or Cindy to find out how you can get that item for the most cost-effective way.
Okay.
All right? So if we click View All, you can see all the items here. Or if you know you need a toner, you can come to Compatible Toner, which is what we recommend because our Compatible brand is our private label and it's backed 100%. It's been tested by Avisis and it's been approved. Anytime you have a toner, this is going to be the most cost-effective way to get it. If you say, Sean, I have a toner and I cannot find a compatible, send me an email, give me a phone call, and I'll try to get that for you.
Okay.
All right?
Perfect.
Well, great. Now, do you have any questions, or is there anything that you'd like to order today that I can help you with?
I think we're pretty good. Let me ask Yvonne if she has anything that needs to be ordered.
Sure. Okay, I'll hold.
1 second.
While I'm holding, I'm going to delete the things that I put in her cart. I don't want her to get confused by coming in here later and her seeing that she has a saved cart. So I'm going to go ahead and take care of these items now. You'll still notice that the saved cart icon shows 1. You still have to come here, delete the cart.
Okay.
Okay.
And we are good for ordering now. Yvonne just put in an order, so she said next week she'll let me do the next week one.
I thought so. So there's a couple more things I want to go over with you, which is just how you can change your password and how you can pull some order history.
Okay.
So you'll see on the left here you have something called Order Manager. You can come here and do 2 things. You can do a rapid order, which is just like if you know the product SKUs already, you don't have to search for them. You can type them in, hit Add to Cart, and they'll pop up.
All right.
And I'll delete that out of there for you. So it's a quick way to build a cart. And you can also come to Recent Orders. Now, Recent Orders, this will only show you orders that you have placed recently. This will not show you any of Yvonne's orders, and this won't show you anyone else's orders. This will only show recent orders for your user account. And then the last thing I want to show you is under your My Account tab. Before I do that, I'm going to delete your saved cart really quick that we had just built. And anytime you want to get to the home page, you can click the Smart Office Services logo, and it'll take you home. So now let's look at My Account. Your dashboard here just shows you if you have any saved carts or any recent orders. The Manage My Account tab will show you all of the information that's available. So right now your shipping address is 3030 North Central Avenue and it's to Attention Yvonne. We can change that in the future if you're the one that's going to be receiving the orders.
Okay.
And then you'll see that the billing address is all going to go to Owings Mills. And then your preferences. This is here where you can come in and change some information about yourself. So we have Jasmine Jones, your email address. If you want to change your password, you can change that right here. You can change whether or not you want to receive order confirmation emails, with right now we have set to yes. And you also have some options with turning off the saved cart message and turning off images if you want to print an order for somebody.
Okay.
And whenever you want to change that, you can go ahead and click Update. So for example, do you have a direct line that I can put in here?
Yep. 602-241-3400, and my extension is 200.
Perfect. I just went and clicked Update and you're good to go.
All right.
Well, that covers everything today, Jasmine. Do you have any other questions or anything that you're not comfortable with as far as placing an order?
One more thing, the password for me was
Yes.
again.
The Avisis, A-V-E-S-I, oh, of course you know how to spell it, A-V-E-S-I-S, all lowercase. And now keep in mind, usernames and password are case sensitive.
Okay. Perfect.
Great.
Oh.
Well, if you have any questions for me, you have my email address, and I'm also going to give you my direct line.
Okay.
My number to my desk is 443 962
962
1020.
1020. Sure.
That's right.
All right. Perfect.
All right, Jasmine. Well, thank you very much. If you have any questions, please let me know. Otherwise, I look forward to helping you with your first order.
Thank you so much.
Have a great afternoon.
You too.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Okay, so that finalizes the training for placing orders online and training a customer of how to use end users. Now, one quick note. This was a national account for us, and the personal items shopping style, not a lot of people do that. This is something they enjoy to do as far as keeping tabs on approved items that they're buying. Hard substitution typically covers all that, but they wanted to get more specific by user, so this is how they would do that shopping. Not everyone does that. Have a great day.